Hi, hello everyone. This is RK. Welcome back to my channel Bytecode with RK. If you are new to my channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. For notifications, click on bell icon. In today's session, we will see one of the most important concept of the Java 8, that is Stream API.
What is Stream API? Some of the terminal operations of the Stream API. Here I have listed out some of the terminal operators of the Stream API and its implementation with example on each type like wrapper and custom types.
In today's session, we will see terminal operations of the stream. Terminal operators are those which appears at the end. As I said in the definition, these terminal operators will appear at the end. And the terminal operators doesn't return anything. And terminal operator doesn't return an output of stream type. It doesn't return anything. It just returns void. Okay. Let me start with the terminal operator implementation. Terminal operations. The first one is forEach. Okay, forEach and forEach order. Okay, so these two are same. There is a little bit difference in between forEach and forEachOrder. Let's start. forEach. forEach, it iterates over a collection. It means it will works on the collection and performs certain action on each element. Okay, so actually this forEach, right, forEach will take consumer as an input argument. Okay, so as you know, consumer is the function interface which takes some value and returns nothing. So if you are new to consumer function interface, please go through my previous videos so that you will get some idea. I have done long and short videos about the consumer function interface. In forEach, the action to be performed is contained in a class that implements the consumer function interface, and it is passed as a argument to the forEach method. It operates on collection and performs action on each element. Okay, forEachOrdered also it operates on a collection and performs action on each element. Apart from that, it also do extra activity like it will print the data in the order, whatever data it was encountered while accepting input in session order. Okay, let me write the forEach. It was same as forEachOrdered or the okay, collection and performs action on each element and maintains insertion order. Okay, and the syntax for the forEach is so as I told, these terminal operators doesn't return anything. Almost every terminal operator will be like a void only, so it doesn't return data in the form of stream. Okay, void forEach. Okay, and takes consumer as an input argument. Okay, so and forEach also it will also follow the same syntax. Okay, order. Okay, let me see some examples on this forEach. Okay, already we have covered the forEach in almost all the examples of the intermediate operations of the Stream API. Let me take the example of the below examples. Okay, this is for forEach. Okay, forEach with generic type, forEach with custom type. Okay, see, I am taking the existing example only. I am not taking a new example here. You see here, I have created a list object that is of type integer, and I have a list of values like 5, 1, 6, 7, 9, 10 and 3. So what I'm doing here is a list, applying stream to the list object and then iterating each element of the stream and then printing the results here. printing using for each. Okay, and also with the custom object also. That I am getting the data from the get data method of the data source, and I am applying streaming to it, printing the each object using for each. Okay, iterating each object and printing the each object. Okay, let me run this one. You see here, I have like in the list, right? I have taken the list of integers which contains list of values, 7 values, and I'm applying stream to the list, and then iterating each element of the stream, and then printing the values. Okay, here I am printing the values of the list one by one: 5, 1, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 3. And then for each with the custom type, getting the list of players from the get data method of data source class, and then applying streaming to that list of players, and then iterating each player data using for each. If you observe clearly, so you can see the list of players I am printing one by one. It iterates each player, and it will print each player details here. Okay, that is all about the for each. Let me write this entire thing into the single method. For each terminal operation. Okay, we create the operation, and I am taking everything into the single method. Okay, the second one is for each order. For each order, terminal operation. So here also I am taking the same. I am taking the copy of the same action in for each ordered. Instead of for each, I am applying for each ordered, and here also. Okay, let me run this one. You see, right, it was maintaining the instruction order. For each order maintains the instruction order of 5, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 7, 9, 10, 3, 7, 9, 10, 3. So it was maintaining the instruction order. If you see, Dhoni is the first. So that is all about a for each and for each order. The next element is main method. Okay, it is used to find out the minimum or smallest element in the stream. Okay, used to find the minimum or smallest element in the stream. Okay, it is used to find the minimum or smallest element in the stream. It internally uses comparator to compare the elements, and its return type is option. The syntax for this is option class. Okay, of type any type, generic type, and minimum, which internally takes comparator. Okay, comparator as the comparator also one of the function interface before Java8. Okay, so minimum is the method which is used to find the minimum or smallest element in the stream, and it takes a comparator as input and returns option class of generic type. Okay, we will see what is the option class, how it will work in the upcoming sessions. For now, just remember option is a class. Okay, generally it is used to avoid the null pointer exceptions. We will use the option class. For now, just remember that only. We will discuss in detail about the option classes in coming sessions. So I'm taking the existing example. So to work on this, I need to create a method min terminal operation. I'm creating this method, and I'm taking the same example, existing example. Here it is min, and it is also min. So what I'm doing, I'm like I have created a list of integers, and it is having some integer values. So 5, 1, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 3. Okay, so I'm applying stream to the min to the main object. I am applying stream to the main object, and then I am just doing min of comparator. See, min is the method to find out the smallest or minimum element, and it internally uses comparator to compare the each element, and its return type is option of integer. Since I am taking integers, it is integer. Okay, let me compare. I can take a comparator which takes two input values. Okay, and then compare a to compare to b. Okay, so what I'm doing in the min in a comparator is the function interface which takes two input values and compare the each element and returns the minimum value among all the elements of the given list. Okay, and then I am printing. Okay, print is not required here. Dot get. So I have created a list of integer, a list of type integer with the min list of values array, list of values. So for the list, I am applying stream and I am doing the min operation. Min internal uses comparator. Comparator which takes two input. Comparator is a function interface which takes two input values and compare the one with the other and then returns the results. Okay, back. Since it returns the option class, so I am getting the data using get method. Okay, this is with the min with generic types. Okay, let me run this one. You see the minimum element in this list is 1. That's why it was returning 1. Let me try the same example with a custom object. I am taking the existing example only. Min with custom types, custom object, or min with custom object. Now with min with the custom object to get the data. So we will try the custom example with the player class. So what we will do means we will identify the players who is having minimum success to find out which player has a minimum success. Okay, so to find out that one, I am taking, because this min returns min return type is optional class, right? So that's why I am taking optional. Why long means 6s are like long only. Let me open the player class. Okay, 6 return type is long, so that's why I am taking a return type as a long for the along with the optional class. So min 6s is the object name. Then I need to get the data from the data source class of get method, get data, and then apply the stream for it. And you need to get only 6s, right? For that we need a transformation. Transformation can be done using map. Okay, and here players colon get 6s. So I am doing the transformation. That transformation also I am applying transformation using method reference. So I want to players double colon get 6s will get the only the 6s from the entire object. The object contains different fields, right? Each object having say number, names, runs, 4 6s and matches. Okay, so but I want to only the 6s of the each player, and that 6s also I want to find out who's having a minimum 6s. Okay, to find out that one I am transferring the data. So I have using map I am transferring data. Up to this we are getting the entire object. Okay, after that I need to get only the 6s. For that I am using map to transform the object into long. Okay, and then now I am applying min. Minimum is the method which internally which takes comparator as argument, right? And the comparator having two input arguments a comma b, using a dot compare to b. Now this out, I want to print what is the min 6, right? min6 dot get data. Okay, let us see the let me run again. You see one who is having 6s1, this guy Surya Kumar having 6s1. 6 is the second element from the last. Okay, so Surya Kumar having 6-1. Okay, and also, so actually there are two persons who is having a maximum success, right? So I have here Jasprit Bumrah having 6s1 and Surya Kumar also having 1. So the last one will be effective, right? So it will get the last one instead of getting the Jasprit Bumrah. It will get the last one. You see other players here, it is 60, 67, 9, 1, 1, 15, 40, 62, 70, sorry, 61, 52, 19, 323, 3151, 229, 229. Okay, so among all these players, only Surya Kumar and Jasprit Bumrah having success1, minimum success for these two players. But Jasprit Bumrah is the last element, right? That's why we are getting the this one. Okay, let me go to this one. If you want, we will change it to get force. If there is any confusion, to avoid the confusion, I am using force. Okay, who is having minimum forces. Okay, let me run again. You see minimum 4 is among all the players, minimum 4 is 4 only, force. So that is also Bhubaneswar having minimum force for the force is the third element from the last. Okay, Bhubaneswar Kumar having 4 force. You see for the other players, you see here it is 10, it is third one is 1732, 190, 176, 0219, and 224, 2254, 80, 994, 1294, and 826. So among all these players, only Bhubaneswar Kumar having minimum force is 4. Okay, that's why it was returning 4 as a result. That is all about the min terminal operator. Let us see one more terminal operator, that is max. Max is used to, it is opposite to the min, used to find maximum or highest element in the stream. Okay, so to find out the highest or maximum element from the stream, we will use the max method of the terminal operator. It is also similar to the minimum only. It will also follow the same syntax as minimum. The syntax for this is max eternally accepts the comparator as input and then returns the optional type. Okay, so let me implement the max instead of min. I should change it to max. Creating the max operator, max method, max terminal method. So I am taking the same example of the min because it was just as a method change only, nothing more than that. So you see it is max with generic type and max with custom type also. So instead of applying min, I am applying max. Okay, so I have taken a list of integers. So the integer type that is like a list of values I have assigning to the max variable, and the max to get that to find out the max element, first I need to apply the stream to the list of integers and then change the method to max. Okay, changing the method to map, and then map also takes the comparator as input, right? Comparator which internally takes two input arguments as input arguments and compare each element and returns the results. So get is used to get the data. Okay, that is about this one. And the optional class option here for the custom max with the custom object, what I am doing is max with custom objects, right? What I'm doing is I'm getting the data from the get data of data source class, and I'm applying stream to the list of players, and then transforming the data from the object to the long, and then finding the maximum force. Here I am trying to find out the maximum number of force, the players which player having the maximum number of force, that I am trying to find out. Here I'm applying max, applying max. So max internal takes comparator as input. So comparator takes two input parameters and compare each element with other element and returns the value. So get is used to get the optional data. Now I am running this one. If you see, if in the max with the generic type, right? So in this type, so if you see the list, the maximum element is 10. Okay, that's why it was returning 10. Max element is 10 and it was returning 10. Okay, and the custom objects, the maximum number of force, so force are 1294. Okay, if we go to the data source class, if we see, force are the third field from the last. Here it is, so 826 and 1294. Virat Kohli having 1294 highest force with his name, so that's why it was written 294. If we check other players, 994 is less than the 1294, and this also less than the 1294, less than the 1294, less than the 12, everything is less than the 1294. So Virat Kohli having 1294 force, and that is the max number of force among all the players, so that's why it was written max number of force. Okay, so that is about the max terminal operation. The next one is count method, which is used to count is used to find the number of number of elements in the stream, or find the number of elements in the stream based on input. Okay, so which is count is used to find the number of elements in the stream, or used to find the number of elements in the stream based on the given input. Means it will do the filter based on the input and then find out the number of elements in the stream. Okay, the syntax for the count is long count. Okay, this is the syntax for it, and syntax. Okay, let me try to write one example on the count. Okay, I'm taking the same example of the min and max. Instead of max, I'm changing it to count with the generic types. Okay, now I have created a list of type integer, and the object created is count. Okay, I want to print the number of elements in the stream. For that, I will take the object of the list of integers, that is count. I'm applying stream to the count method, so which will return list of elements in the which will find number of elements in the stream. Let me run this one. You see 7 elements. We see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So finding count, we can also do count by count dot stream dot collect equal to collectors dot counting. Okay, let me see this one also. You see both returning true only. You can directly apply the count on the stream, or else you can apply the collect method internally. Collect uses collectors dot counting method to find out the number of elements in the given list. Okay, you can also, like as I told in the definition, it is used to find the number of elements in the stream. So this is the one. are used to find out the number of elements in the stream based on the given input, based on the given condition or criteria. So far we have seen user count is used to find the number of elements in the stream. So for whatever examples, 2 examples we have seen is to find the number of elements in the stream. Now we can also find the number of elements in the stream based on the given input or criteria or condition. Okay, now I would like to apply criteria to the given input. Sysout I am writing count. For count I am applying stream, and then what I want to do some criteria, right? So that's why criteria can be done using a filter which takes a predicate as an function interface. Okay, if you are new to the predicate function interface, please go through my previous videos so that you will get some idea. I have done long and short videos on predicate function interface. So predicate is the function interface which takes single value. So I am taking a as an input and returns boolean value a equal to 6. Okay, then count. You see, I have count object. I have a list of integers. I have taken that values contains object. I have taken the object of list of integers and then applied stream. And now what I'm doing, I'm applying the second condition. Okay, so it will do the filter on the stream based on the criteria using predicate. Okay, so a using predicate. So each element I am taking as a, and each element is checking that a equal to 6 or not. If 6 is true, then it will count the elements. If not true, then it will not count anything. Okay, let me run this one. You see, 1 it is written because a 6 is there and it is repeated only one time. That's why it was printed one time. Let me take another 6 and 2, 6, totally 3 6s, right? The count should be now 3 because I have 1, 2 and 3 6s in the list. Okay, given list. So this is about the count with the generic types. Now let me see the count with the object types. Okay, count with object type. Okay, so first of all I need to get the data source dot get data dot applying stream to the applying stream to the list of players, and then I want to apply the count directly. So this is the direct count. Let me run this one. So you see 13 I have, means data source dot get data stream having 13 players. Let me check how many players we have. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 11 12 13. So the data source of get data class having totally 13 players. That's why we are getting 13 as an count. Okay, so we can also do the same thing with the collector counts. We can do the same thing. Okay, same we did with the generic type, right? Like that only. So I can take this one directly. Okay, we run again. You see 13 only. So either you can follow this one or you can follow this way. Okay, and I want to do one more example on the count with the criteria. Okay, okay, now I have a stream. I am applying filter. To apply, before applying filter, I need to transform the given object. Okay, so map object players colon get name. Okay, transforming is done. Then applying the filter on each object. Filter is the predicate filter which in turn takes predicate as a function interface. So predicate is the one which takes single value and returns boolean value. Now I am applying filter on the given input. So for the predicate, I am taking single value as e as a single value, and I want to check the condition. Here I have taken the names, right? I am checking whether the given name is whatever iterating, right? Generally it will iterate each element of the list, right? So I am checking each element is equal to ignore case equal to. So I'm checking whether the any object is now I'm checking how many players are there with the MS with the name of MS Dhoni. Let me run this one. So I got the 2 as an output because of I have added MS Dhoni 2 objects are exist with the Mahendra Singh MS as a MS Dhoni as the name. Now let me check with the Virat Kohli also. How many players are there? Count. I want to check the count of Virat Kohli. So I'm just removing MS Dhoni and adding Virat Kohli. So it should return 1 only because I have only one Virat Kohli in the list of players. Okay. Let me run this one again. You see, I'm getting 1. The count is 1 for the Virat Kohli. Let me keep all the operations of the count terminal operations into separate method, that is count to terminal operation method operation. That's all about count terminal operation. The next one is anyMatch. anyMatch is used to check if the stream contains at least one element. So anyMatch is internally uses predicate. This is used to check that the list that the stream should contain at least one element. Okay, so anyMatch is used to check that the stream should contain at least one element, then only it will return true. Okay, so it internally takes anyMatch, right? anyMatch method which internally takes predicate as the argument. So these function interfaces I have already explained in my previous videos. Please go through those videos so that you will get some good understanding on the function interfaces. Okay, and its return type is because it was checking predicate, right? Whether checks the value and returns true or false. So the return type of this one anyMatch is boolean. Okay, this is the syntax for the anyMatch. Let me implement with example of anyMatch terminal operation. Okay, creating a method of it. What I will do means I will take a stream of string. Okay, anyMatch. Okay, stream of string dot of method. I have a list of values SU on Sunday, remove on Monday, TU Tuesday, TH Thursday, Friday, SAT Saturday. Okay, so I have taken list of values. Now what I will do means I will check whether the list of whatever we are checking, right? So if at least one of the one matches is available or not, we will check here. So anyMatch dot anyMatch. So anyMatch is anyMatch takes predicate as a function interface which takes a single input value and returns boolean value. Now I am taking S as a single input and then I am checking S dot contains. Okay, SAT Saturday available or not. If it is available, it will return the true, otherwise it will return false. This is about anyMatch match with generic types. Generic types are wrapper types. Okay, let me run this one. So it is returning true because in the stream I am checking whether SAT is available or not. It is available at the end, right? So it is returning true. Suppose if I return to double S and it was returning false because SS not contains in the given list. Okay, let me take the custom object with custom. Okay, custom types. So I'm taking this out directly, getting data from the data source. Data source here dot get data having list of layers. Okay, dot it is a stream, right? Let me press stream dot stream dot any matches, stream dot any matches which internal text predicate dot map. To do before checking anything, I need to transform the data. That actually this stream is the object data. I need to convert into string. That is players dot place double colon get name only. And what I will do here is dot any match. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm checking is equal to any match internal takes predicate as an argument. So predicate is the one which takes single input value and returns boolean value s dot contains ms Dhoni, then it should return true. Okay, let me run this one. So there is a player with the name ms Dhoni in the data source class. If you see Dhoni's name is already there. Okay, so that's why it was returning true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so this is about the any match with custom types. So allMatch is the one. allMatch, it is used to check if all the elements in the stream satisfies the provided criteria. It means with whatever you are passing data, right, that should match for all the elements in the stream, then only it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, all the elements in the stream should satisfy the provided input or criteria or criteria. Okay, so it should match all the elements in the stream should satisfy provided input criteria. Okay, and the syntax for this is same as any match only, because it is also returning true boolean value and then it takes multiple criteria. Okay, it also takes a predicate, but name is different. Okay, allMatch terminal operation. It is similar to the any match, but s dot starts with. Okay, so here what I'm checking, I have a list of a stream of string type elements. Okay, stream of elements of type string. Okay, so here I am checking with the stream object, I am applying allMatch method. So what it will check as each element, it is iterating each element and checking each element starts with yes or not. Okay, a few elements starts with yes, that is Sunday and Saturday starts with it, and rest of the elements will starts with other than yes. Okay, so it should what is the condition of the allMatch means it should all the elements in the stream should satisfy the provided input or criteria. So I am putting some condition or criteria here. Every element in the stream starts with yes, but it satisfies for Sunday and Saturday. For the rest of the data, it doesn't satisfy because the rest of the elements doesn't starts with yes, so it should return false. Okay, so I'm running this one. If you see, it was returning false because it doesn't satisfy for all the elements. If everything starts with let me add s to all the all the data. Okay, so here I am adding S for all the data. Okay, let me run again. You see you are getting true. So if all the elements satisfies the given criteria is every element in the early stream starts with S. This is the criteria, and it satisfies because all the elements in the stream starts with S. So if all the elements satisfy the given criteria, then it should return true, otherwise it should return false. Okay, this is about the all match with generic type. Okay, let me see the custom types. Custom type. Okay, I need to print the data. I am using sysout data source dot get data to get the list of players dot stream dot map. I need to get the map, and here map is used to transform the data. E dot get name, and then I am applying any allMatch. So allMatch is the function which takes predicate as an argument, and then predicate internal takes a single input and returns boolean value. So I am taking single input as e dot starts with S or not. Okay, for the object also I am checking S or not. So what I am doing here, I am getting the list of players and I am applying stream to it, and then to check each player name starts with a S or not, I am checking. So for that I need a transformation, because the whatever we are getting from the data source dot get data is list of players and a list of objects. Okay, player objects. So I need to convert the object type to string to check the name starts with S or not. So that's why I'm using map to transform the object to string type, that is names. And once I got the names from the using map, right, so I am checking all match whether every name starts with yes or not. Okay, generally the players having different names: MS Dhoni, Virat, Rohit, Surya Kumar. So few players have name starts with S and rest of the players starts with the different alphabets. Okay, so it should return false. Okay, now let me run this one. So it was returning false. Okay, this is the way to write the all match with a generic or wrapper type and custom types. Okay,
So far we have discussed anyMatch method with wrapper types and custom types. That is all about anyMatch terminal operation of the Stream API. I hope this is clear for all of you.
let me see the another type of the same noneMatch. noneMatch is used to check the stream does not contain any element matching the provided criteria. Means so whatever criteria you are passing, right, that criteria, with that criteria no element should exist in the stream. That case we can go for the noneMatch. Okay, used to check that stream doesn't contain any matching elements. Okay, and the syntax for this also same as like anyMatch and allMatch. Boolean noneMatch. Okay, so this is about the noneMatch. Let me create a method noneMatch terminal operation. Okay, I'm creating the method. So I'm taking the example of the same because it is simple to understand for everyone. To avoid the confusion, I'm using the same. So here if you see none match, so this I have created a stream list of values with the stream of type a string. So what I am doing, I am checking the criteria that starts with A. So none match means it should not match any with any element in the stream. So I have a stream having Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of type string types, list of values of type string. So what I am checking the stream object with none match method. So none match is used to check that the stream doesn't contain any match. It means you should, whatever based on for the given criteria, it should not match any element from the stream. Okay, so that's why I'm checking a starts with A or not. Okay, any element in the stream, okay, starts with A or not, I am checking. So if you see this stream doesn't have any element starts with A, so then it should return true. So now what's happened, it was checking whether any element starts with A or not, but if you see the stream, it doesn't none of the element is matching for the given criteria. Okay, so it should return out true because none match means it should not match. So I am writing this one, it was returning true. Okay, let me change the criteria with S. So there are two elements starts with S, that is Saturday and Sunday. So I am checking starts with S or not. So it's satisfying at least one, right? So it should return false. That's why it was returning false. Okay, that is about the none match with generic type. Okay, generic or wrapper type. Wrapper type. Okay, with object type, custom type. Okay, so here also I am taking the same example, this one. So I am not changing anything because I am using the same example, right? So what I am doing here, so initially I am getting the list of players using get data of data source class, and then applying stream to it. I am getting using map to transform the object to the string. To why I am converting string means I want to check the player's name starts with a Z or not. So for that I need a player name. So for that only I am doing a transformation using map, and after transforming the data I am checking none match. Okay, so applying the none match method. So in the none match predicate, it takes predicate as an input. Predicate internally takes single value and returns boolean value. So for that I am taking E as a single value. So means each element, it was checking each element that starts with Z or not. Okay, so if you see this one, there is no player name starts with Z, right? So it should return true. Okay, I am running this one. It was returning true because it matches the given criteria, because none match means it should not match. So no player starts with Z, right? That's why it was returning true. Otherwise, if I make it as H, there is one player name starts with H. If you see here, Hardik Pandya is the name whose name starts with H. Okay, that's why it matches the criteria. So that none match basically should not match, but if it matches, then it will return false. Okay, that's why it was returning false. Let me see the other terminal operator, that is find first. Okay, find first is the terminal operator. It will find the first occurrence of the elements from the given stream. Okay, so which is used to find the first occurrence of the element from the stream. Okay, and it doesn't take anything but returns optional class type. Okay, so to find out the first occurrence of element from the stream. Suppose and the syntax for this is optional return type. Syntax for this is optional class of type generic and find first. Okay, this is the method. Let me find first. We find the clearest first terminal operator. Terminal operation. Okay. So I'm taking the same example. Okay. That is find first with wrapper types. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I have taken a stream of values that is of type string. So I'm taking find first. I have a stream of values and I'm taking the object of the stream, that is stream dot find first. Then if find it, if present. So what I'm doing, I'm applying find first to the given stream, and then if present, then I'm printing that one. Okay, this is the if present is from the optional class. So optional class method, we will discuss deep about if present method from the optional class in upcoming sessions. So for now, just remember it is a condition. If present, then it will print the value. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So find first, what it will do means it will take the stream object and apply the find first method. Find first method will find the first occurrence of the element. So in the stream, if you see here in the stream, the first occurrence is Sunday. That's why it was running Sunday. The first element is Sunday. Okay, that's why it was returning Sunday. If the value is present in the stream, then applying if present, that is the optional method of the if present is the optional method. So which will check if the value is present, then it will print the value. It internally takes consumer as a functional interface, okay, as an argument. Okay, if you want to skip, you can apply some skip also. Applying skip of 2 to skip the next 2 elements. Now it will check first occurrence from the list of elements after skipping the first 2 elements using skip method. So when I skip the first two elements, then the first occurrence of this stream is Tuesday. So I will get the result as a Tuesday. You see, TUE is the Tuesday. The like this also we can do, or else we can dot filter. Yes, dot starts with T. Okay, what I'm doing, I have added extra intermediate operation, that is like for the stream object I applied a filter is the intermediate operation. So I applied a filter on the stream object. What I'm checking here, I am doing the filtering the data based on the condition. So the condition is, so it was checking each element of the stream starts with T or not, it was checking. So once checked, so you can see here the element starts with the Tuesday and Thursday are the 2 elements that starts with T. So it will find the 2 elements. Okay, Tuesday and Thursday are the results up to this one. Up to filter, it will get the 2 elements. Okay, and when you apply find first, right, so in the first Tuesday and Thursday, okay, the first occurrence means find first means first occurrence is Tuesday. So it will return the first occurrence of the, let me run this one. You see, I'm getting Tuesday as the first occurrence. Okay, so this is about the find first with wrapper types. Let me see the find first with the custom object. Okay, custom types. Okay, so to work with the custom types, I can need to get the data from the data source. So data source is a class which contains get data method, which whose return type is list of players. So inside the get data method, I have created list of players and added a couple of players to the list. And after adding the players, I am returning the same players list back using data source dot get method. Okay. So to get, I need all these players details, right? So I have to call this data source dot get data method to get the details. Okay. So I'm getting data source dot get data dot I am applying stream dot find first dot if present okay println. So I'm here data source dot get data will get the list of players details, and I am applying stream to the list of players, and I am telling to the stream that get the first element in the first occurrence of the list of players. Whatever the first comes in the list of players, so take that one and print that one. I am telling using if present method of the optional class. Okay. So if you see here the in the players list, the first one is MS Dhoni. Okay. 7 player number 7 MS Dhoni is the in the list. It is the first element in the list. Okay. So let me run this one. We will see. You see player MS Dhoni, player number 7, and name is the MS Dhoni. He is the first element encountered while doing the stream. Okay. So that's why it was returning MS Dhoni. Okay. Let me comment this one and also do the same with filtering also. Stream dot filter dot map of players double colon get name filter is dot starts with get data dot filter. Now you can see here data source dot get data used to get the list of players. I'm applying stream to the list of players, and then why I'm using map means I just want to the names of the players. That's why I'm applying map to the objects, and I'm getting the players names, list of players. I'm getting player names. Okay, list of player names. So in that list of players also I'm applying transformation. I'm applying filter. Filter, what it will do means it will check the condition. Based on the condition, it will return the players names from the list of players. So till stream we are getting objects. So from map it was transformed object to the list of player names, and filter, using filter it check the condition and whose players in the list of players whose name starts with R or checks, and based on the condition it will find the first element. Okay. So if you see here in the stream, so in the data source class, if you see players names, Rohit Sharma starts with R and Ravindra Jadeja starts with R. Two players name starts with R. Okay. So the first occurrence of the players is Rohit Sharma. So find first means it will find the first occurrence of the list of players. If you see the list of players, you can see Rohit Sharma is the first come. Okay, like first come first serve. Okay, so Rohit Sharma coming first place, and then first occurrence, and Ravindra Jadeja in second occurrence. So this is all about the find first with the custom types. Finds any element from the string. Finds any element from the string. The syntax for this is option return type find any. Okay, so let me implement an example. Find any terminal operation So let me take the same example. What I'm doing, I have a stream of values. I'm just finding using find method. I'm finding any random elements. If it is present, it will print the data. Let me take it to list of string. So it was randomly printing whatever data encountered, right? Here it is encountering the Sunday. So it was randomly printing the data. It was selecting randomly, finds the elements randomly, and returns the result. So data source is the a class which contains get data method, which whose return type is list of players. So inside the get data method, I have created list of players and added a couple of players to the list. And after adding the players, I am returning the same players list back using data source dot get method. Okay. So to get I need all these players details, right? So I have to call this data source dot get data method to get the details. Okay. Also, okay. Let me take the second example also with the custom types. Find any with custom types. Okay. So data source dot find any method. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just want to apply dot filter. Okay. Equal to e dot starts with s. Okay. So before applying any condition, I'm just doing finding element that starts with element. Okay. What I'm doing here, I have get the data list of players from the get data method of the data source class, and I'm applying stream. I'm doing the transformation because I need the names of the players from the object. Okay. And I'm doing filtering data that starts with whether each name starts with what are the names starts with s. Okay. So that results I want in that I want to find any. Suppose I am getting a single result, means it will get the single result. If I am getting multiple results, means the find any will find the random element. If that random that is exists, then it will print the result. Okay. Suri Kumar Yadav. So the players that starts with S is Suri Kumar Yadav. Find first method versus find any method. So these two methods, right? So you won't see find first is used to find the first element in the list, and find any is used to find random numbers from the given stream or list. Okay. In non-parallel streams, you won't see much difference, because in non-parallel streams, find first and find any will return the first element from the stream. Okay. When you work with the parallel streams, right, at that time you will find first will return the first element only in the parallel streams, but find any will return the random value. Okay. The difference is, the first one is find first will get the first element from the stream. Okay. And find any will not guarantee guarantee of the order. Okay. Randomly finds the elements. Okay, so it will not give any guarantee because it randomly finds the elements, but we won't see the difference between these two methods in non-parallel streams. Okay, so we will discuss little about the findFirst and findAny when it comes to the parallel streams. That is about the findFirst and findAny. Let us see what is collect method. Collect method will perform the mutable reduction operation on the elements of the stream. Okay, it will do the mutable. Mutable means changeable. You can change. Okay. So it will take the stream of elements and do the mutable reduction operation. Reduction means reducing or combining the elements of the stream. Okay, one by one it will read each element and then combine the first the previous element in the current element and then form a mutable reduction result container. Okay, so what it will do means exactly a mutable reduction operation process the stream of elements and then accumulate it into a mutable result container. So it will do the reduction operation on the each element of the stream and form a result container. Okay, once the elements, all the elements of the stream is processed, right, a combining function matches all the results container to create the result. Okay, generally it is used to perform a mutable reduction operation on the elements of the stream. What is mutable reduction operation is it processes all the elements of stream and accumulate into a result container. Okay, it will read each element and apply the reduction on it and then form a result container. Okay, so once all the elements are processed, right, there is a combining function which matches all the result containers and create a new result. Okay, let me write the definition. So what is mutable reduction operation? Process all the elements of stream and accumulate it into a mutable result container. Okay, once all the elements are processed, so once all the elements of the stream is processed, right, we combine any information, we merge all the mutable result containers. So two containers to create result. Okay, to create a new result. Okay, also how it works means suppose I have stream of elements. Okay, so parallel streams, all the streams each element is each element is processed and then create a result of mutable container. Okay, so that will be like one parallel stream. In the parallel stream, that is one chunk of code, and the second with the second element it will do the next operation. Parallel stream means it will run the parallelly with each element. Okay, so it will process each element parallelly instead of doing sequentially. So when it is processing parallelly, right, with each element, so it will create multiple mutable container results with each element. Okay, so and then finally we will use a combiner function which will match all the result containers, mutable result containers into a single means it will match all the mutable result containers and create a new result. Okay, that is what collect will do generally. The syntax for the collect is collector having two syntaxes are equal to collectors. Okay, collectors is the one. The second one is returns the result only type collector. It will take supplier type and by consumer type and also it will take by combiner by function by consumer. Okay, combiner. This is accumulator. Okay, these are the two syntax of the collector method. One is the collector internal uses collectors class to do the collections, and second one is it takes a supplier as the second syntax is it having two arguments. One is a supplier, and then second one is the accumulator, that is by function consumer by consumer. Third one is by consumer only, but this is like combiner. Okay, let me see an example of the collector method. Terminal operator. Okay, so I have declared. Now I need to create a method of it. Let me try with the first method. First one, collector with wrapper types. Okay, so I am creating list of integers, and I say list equal to start as list. Okay, doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have created a list. The list object, that is list, having numeric values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is of type integer. Okay, so what I am doing, list dot string dot collect equal to, you see here, you see the method of the collector having one is the collector type, return type is stream, and another one is supplier by consumer and by consumer, like supplier takes and then by consumer is the accumulator, and another by consumer is for the combiner. So the result is R type. Okay, let me collect collectors dot to list. Okay, to collectors dot to set. Okay, let me add one more element here. One. Okay, so let me run this one. You see, you can see right result 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So using syntax I used is collector inside a collector having characters method. So characters is a static class. It is a class which have utility class which having static methods. So toList is one of the static method. So I'm using this syntax for the first syntax. So I have created a list where list contains 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, and it is of type integer. So what I'm doing, I'm applying a string to the list object and then collecting all the elements, and the collecting using collecting will do the reduction operation, right? So it will collect all the elements to the set using collectors utility class. Okay, so it will move the all the elements to the set. Okay, so what it makes a copy of the list to the set. Okay, in set. Okay, so why it was printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because if you see here double 2 ones are there, but here in the output it is showing single output because set doesn't allow duplicates, right? So it will not allow it will take only this 5 elements only. It will like ignore this one, or it will ignore the second one, it will take the first one. Okay, this way it works. Collect with custom types. Okay, so we have a data source class to get the custom object means I have a player class where I have list of states and behavior. You can see list of states, number, name, runs, scores, success, and matches. So player and behaviors, getter, center, methods, constructors, everything we have in the players class. This is the custom object, and so data source is the class where it contains get data method. It returns list of players. Okay, in the get data method I have created list of players object and then added a couple of players to it and then returning players directly. Okay, so it's simply like a kind of database concept, but here I'm just instead of config database I'm directly adding some players to the players object, list of players object, and then returning the list of players. Okay, using get data method of the data source class. Okay, so for that I need data source dot get data dot stream dot collect. Okay, the collect I am using collectors dot toList. So price is already okay. So I have a data source dot get data will return list of players and I am applying stream to that one and then using collector method. In collector method return uses collectors class and the collectors class having static method that is toList. So I am moving the list of players to the list again, or I can make it as a set also. Okay, let me make it a set, and here I have duplicates, right? I will like make a duplicate entry, so it should avoid going 2 times. Okay, let me run this one. You can see list of players. Okay, so player 1 is the Jackie, player 33 is the Hardik Pandya, and then player 7 is the MS Zone. Player 8 is Ravindra Jadeja. Like that, it was listing list of players. Okay, this is about the one type of the collectors. Okay, collector method of the collectors. The second type is this will be type 1. Type 1 syntax. Okay, this is the first type of the using first type of syntax. Now let us see the second type of syntax. Type 2. let me take this dot string type. Okay, and this equal to this dot as list equal to arrays dot as list of welcome to collect example. Okay, so this is the list. I have list of elements which is of type string. Okay, now what I will do is so yes, let's say this dot string is parallel string, not a normal string. Parallel string dot collect supply. So collect takes three input parameter at the side. One is supply string buffer for column new. Here I am using method reference style. So string buffer double colon new means method reference I am using. So it will create a new string buffer object. Okay, for each instance. Okay, the second argument is by consumer. The consumer is the one which takes single value and returns nothing, right? By consumer also returns takes two input values, that is a comma b and a dot append b. And the third argument is by consumer also. It is like combiner. The first one is the supplier, the second one is the accumulator, the third one is the combiner. Okay, and the third one by consumer, right? It will take two arguments. By means two, and it will buttons a dot append space and b dot append of b. Okay, so what is doing? I have a list of list of arrays, that is of tribe string. So I am doing the parallel string, means it will take welcome first and then create a new instead of the string buffer and then do the accumulation. Okay, so it will append a with the first element with the second element. Okay, it will append the welcome to this one, and again it will not perform the combiner. Okay, it will not combine because it is doing the parallel string, right? It will take each element parallelly. It will take welcome to and collect and example as then four elements, four starts parallel streams at a time, means parallelly each element it will take and then create the four instances of the using string buffer. Using supply, it uses supplier. It creates the four instances of the string buffer and then it will do the with each element it will do the append operation. Okay, and after all the four elements completes the new four instance and this by consumer operation append operation completes, then whatever the four operations completed after this, right, the four operations can be combined using this by consumer argument. Okay, so here it will take the four mutable result containers, that is one by one, and then do the reduction. Okay, a comma b, it will take append by space and then append by the second element, and then it will take a welcome as the first element and then combine two with the space. Okay, this append is b is nothing but 2. So once that append is done, then these two elements will be a. Now the third element is collect. Okay, b is the collect. Now what is in a having welcome to, and then I am giving some space. Okay, welcome to space is there and then appending the collect element. Okay, now a contains welcome to collect. Okay, so b contains example. Okay, examples. Okay, now a comma append means welcome to collect space append by examples. Okay, so let me see this one. Comment this one also. Let me run this one. You see, welcome to string, entire string is created with the spaces. Okay, so first it will do till accumulation, it will do parallelly with the four elements. Now four mutable result containers will be created. So what it, the next operation is by using by consumer argument, it will like append the four result containers, so one by one till the end. Okay, so until four operations combine together. Okay, like merging the four operations into the single. So what I did, I measured all the four operations initially to welcome, and then two is another the result container, correct as another result container, example as another. It is so till this one four result containers created, four instances of the string buffer is created, and finally appending the using combiner, it will combine all the result container, mutable result containers into single one. So that is the definition, right? Actually, process all the elements of the stream and accumulate into a mutable result container. So with each element it will create a mutable result container and also creates the string buffer for instance of the result. Once all the elements are processed, a combined function will all the mutable results containers to create the new result. Okay, so it will combine all the mutable four results into single one using combiner. Okay, combiner is using by consumer function interface. Okay, so if you are new to this supplier by consumer function interface, please go through my previous video so that you will get some idea on it. Okay, so let me try the correct with the custom type. Okay, with custom object. Okay, so before that I have to work with the custom object. I have a player class which having different states and etc. means behaviors. Okay, and I have a data source class which I have in get data method. So it will inside it I have created list of players object, and I have added a couple of players to the players object. Okay, and then I am returning the player object directly. So basically this get data of data source will add a couple of players to the players object and then returning the list of players. Okay, so we are working on this custom object only, players object. Now let me get the data of this is out data get data. So now it will return list of players, applying string to it, and then map also equal to get name. Okay, dot collect. So I am using second method, right? First method already we have tried. Now we am applying second method. It takes three input parameters. Okay, the first one is the supplier, second one is the by consumer, third one also by consumer. First one is supplier, second one is by consumer. This is like to do the accumulation, and third one is the combiner. Combines the results of the result containers. Okay, let me write this one. New. So what it is like a method reference, way of representing the supplier using method references. So if you are new to the method references, please go through my previous videos. I have clearly explained about the method references. Okay, so this is supplier. The first argument is supplier, right? It doesn't take anything. It returns a string builder object. Okay, the second one is by consumer. By consumer is the one which takes two input values. Generally consumer takes single input value and returns nothing, but you are applying by before the consumer, right? So it was taking by means two values. Okay, so consumer takes two input values and doesn't return anything. So I am taking here two input values, that is a comma b. I am taking two input values and then a dot append of b. Okay, I'm just appending, I'm not returning anything. Okay, the third one also by consumer, but this is like used as a combiner. This one is the accumulation. Okay, this one is the combiner. Okay, here also I'm taking x comma y. By consumer, right, it takes two inputs, that is a dot, sorry, x dot append of append of b. Sorry, it's like y. Okay, need to add one more. This one. Okay, so what it was doing, initially it gets a list of players. Okay, list of players using get data method of the data source and applying stream to it, and then I want to get only the names of the from the list of players. Okay, so using map I am taking the object as input because map takes for function interface. Okay, function interface takes single value and returns single value, so it takes an object as an input and returns names as strings. Okay, return. Okay, and then I am using collector method. Also I am taking three input parameters. So first one is supplier, second one is by consumer, third one also by consumer. First one supplier, takes supplier as an input. So supplier is the function which doesn't take anything and returns some value. So supplier doesn't take anything but returns string builder object. And the second one is by consumer, so it is accumulation. So it creates for each object in the list of streams, right? So for each through map we are getting only the names of the players, right? So for each player it creates a new instance of the string builder. Okay, and then it appends string builder instance. Each player name appends to the each instance of the string builder. Okay, and then after it will repeat the first two steps for all the players. Means if we have 11 players, means it creates 11 instance of the string builder. Each player will add to the each string buffer. Means single player will be appended to the single added to the string buffer builder. Sorry. So the final one is the combiner, which will combine each mutator the results of the 10 instance, right, string builder objects created, right? So each string builder is appended separated by space. Okay, then the result will be, let me run this one. You see MS Dhoni 2 times it came. Let me comment apply string to it. So now MS Dhoni will not repeat, and also I am appending, right? I need to add some space to it. Let me run again. You see all the players listed: MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Suryakumar Yadav, Shubham Gill, Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Dinesh Karthik, Ravindra Jadeja, SP Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Sammy and Hardik Pandya. So all the players are appended to the string. Okay, this is the way of writing correct method of the Stream API. Okay. In today's session, we are discussing about the reduce method of the Stream API. So it is one of the most important method of the Stream API. So what is reduce? Okay. Reduce is the one of the Stream API operation. Performs reduction on the elements of the stream with a given function. So it will do the reductions on the each element of the each element in the stream. Okay, reduction on the elements of stream with given function. Okay, this is the one. We can also define it as It's a process of combining all the elements of the stream repeatedly to produce the single value. That we can call it. Process of combining all the elements of stream repeatedly to produce a single value. There is nothing but reduce. The syntax for the reduce is, let me write syntax. T is the return type, that is of generic type, reduce, and identity is the initial value of the reduce function, identity, and then binary operator, binary operator of accumulator for the storing the partial result, and the third one is binary operation combiner. Okay, so reduce is the method which returns a generic type, and it takes identity as the initial value. So from where we need to start, that we will mention in the identity. And the second one is accumulator, that is nothing but that is of binary operation. So accumulator generally used to store the partial results. Okay, and the third one is combiner, which is also of binary operation type, and it combines the partial results of each accumulator and then produce the single result. Okay, the fourth one is, so generally the combiner, right? A combiner is used when there is a mismatch of values in accumulator. Okay, so if there is a mismatch in the accumulator values, right, at that time we will go for the combiner. So we will do the deep dig into the combiner when it comes to the programming. Okay, let me write the method of the reduce method. Reduce terminal operation. Okay, operation. So I need to create this. I have declared this one. I need to create this. So reduce with wrapper types. Okay. So let me write an example of reduce. Let me take an example of this one. So I am taking a list of integer values where I can create it as a list. Then I am taking arrays dot list. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so I have taken list of list of integer values. So I am importing list from the java.detail package, list of integers, and I created an object list. So I am assigning arrays dot as list of values, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the list. Okay, so then now the list contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. So now I am applying reduce to it. The list is list dot stream. I am applying stream to the list and then applying reduce method on this one. Okay, reduce of, I am taking you can see, right, it having 3 methods. Identity is the initial value, and then the binary operator, that is accumulator. Okay, the second one is only the accumulator. The third one is identity, accumulator, and then combiner. 3 methods are there. Okay, but I am taking the first one for now. So I am telling it to start from the 0. Okay, so start with the 0 element and then do the accumulation. Accumulation is the one which having a comma b. Accumulator internally uses a binary operation, right? Binary operation takes 2 input values, so that's why I am taking 2 input values. So that is a comma b. So I am using lambda style. Then I am applying a plus b. I have taken list of integer values, and that is the object of the list of integers is list, and it holds 1 2 3 4 5 5 numbers in it. Okay, so then after that I am applying stream to the list of values, and then he is applying reduce method with two parameters. The first one is the identity, which starts with 0, and the second one is the accumulator. So accumulator internally uses binary operator, right? So it takes two input values and returns a single value. So I am taking two input values a comma b, and then I am summing up and then returning the values. Okay, that is a plus b. So this is the accumulator. Okay, let me run this one. You see 15 I am getting. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. So 1 plus 2 initially it as I told, right, reduction of elements of the stream with a given function. It and also it is the process of combining all the elements of stream repeatedly to produce a single value. So it is the process of combining all the 5 elements repeatedly to produce a single element. So I have here 5 elements in the list. Okay, so I want to produce a single result. Okay, by repeatedly applying this sum operation. Okay, on the elements of the given input list. Okay, so initially it will take 1 and 2 as the AB. Okay, A is 1, 2 and B is 2. Okay, so after I am doing after initially taking 1 and 2, it will here do the sum up. Okay, initially it will be 1 plus 2 equal to 1 plus 2, which gives 3. So now the value in this A is 3. Okay, the result of this accumulation will be stored in the A, and then the third element is the next element in the list is already we have taken 1 and 2 in the first list. Okay, now we are taking only one element, that is 3 as B. Okay, so now A is 3, B equal to what? 3. Then what is the result? 3 plus 3 gives 6. Okay, 6 is the result. Now A stores the 6 and B will take the next element from the list. The next element from the list is 4. So now 4 plus 6 will give 10. Okay, so now A stores the 10, and then the next B takes the next element from the list, that is 5. So 10 plus 5 will give you 15. So the result what we are getting here is the 15. Okay, reduce with the that is about the reduce with the vapor types. Okay, let us see the reduce with the custom types. With custom, reduce with the custom types. Okay, long result equal to I need to get the data from the data source class using get data method, and I am applying stream to the get data method, and then map because I want to long data, right? I don't want the entire object. Okay, for that only I am applying players colon get force. Okay, I just want the force of this one, and then applying reduce method. Okay, in the reduce method also I am taking identity and the accumulator only, with the 2 parameters. Here I am converting long dot value of 0, and then as usual I am taking since accumulator is the binary operator, I am taking 2 input parameters and then applying accumulation. Okay, this is out. The result. Okay, now we can see here I have taken data source to get data to return the list of players, and applying stream to it, and the map I am using to get only the force of the each player. So till here I am getting the object of the each player, and but I want only the force of the each player, so that is long type. I am getting the force and applying reduce method. In reduce I am telling starts with 0, that is of type. I am converting it to long, and then each force of the players, right, here accumulated and then added one by one, and then repeating the like it will repeat the process of combining all the force of the each player repeatedly and producing elements. Means it process all the elements, all the force of the each player, and then add one by one repeatedly, and then produce the final output. Okay, produce the final output. Let me run this one. You see, I'm getting 4429 is the total force of the all the players force. Okay, if you see all the players, so this is the force, right? Force of the all the players. If you count all this by using, you can get 4429 as the force of each player. Okay, so now let us take the let us see the combiner type. Okay, combiner is used when there is a mismatch of values in the accumulator input. So here, if you see here, I have the accumulator. The first element is the identity. Okay, the first one is the identity as per the syntax. The second element is accumulator. Okay, so till now we have seen identity and accumulator only. Okay, now let us see the what is combiner. When do we go for the combiner? So combiner is used when there is a mismatch of values in the accumulator input. Okay, accumulator means the second one. If you see here, I have this is the A is long and B is of type long, so both are of same type. Okay, so then there is no need of the combiner. When there is a mismatch between the A and B, that is input of the accumulator, then combiner comes into the picture. Okay, string data equal to I need to get the data from the data source. Data source data source dot get data dot stream, then apply reduce on it, reduce. Okay, so here I don't want the two parameters, that's why I'm taking reduce. So the third parameter I'm taking, which having three parameters. The first one is the identity. Here I can take it as the identity as a slash new. So I want to combine slash new, and then accumulator is of type here. Okay, a comma player. Okay, and then a plus player get. Okay, names. If you see here, I'm getting an array. If I use accumulator, means identity with accumulator. Here identity is I am taking with new line. Okay, space new line. I am taking identity starts with this one. So and then I am taking accumulator as a comma player, and then I am adding these two. So when I am trying to add this one, right, it was telling type mismatch, cannot convert from the string to player. Okay, so A is the string type, and player is the player object reference. Okay, so when I try to combine these two, right, I am getting this cannot convert from the string to player. Okay, so there is a mismatch in the accumulator input. This is the accumulator, right? Second one is the accumulator which having mismatch, because you are trying to take the string and a player object, and you are trying to do something. Okay, in that case you will get the accumulator. To avoid that one, we are having combiner string colon. I am using method reference, right? Concat. Okay, now the error gone. Okay, so accumulator is like when you are trying when there is a mismatch in the accumulator input, then we should go for the combiner. Okay, sys out. So you see, I can see MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli, all the players concatenated by each other. Sorry, I have to apply parallel stream dot parallel stream. Okay, so when there is a mismatch in the accumulator input, right, that time we will use the combiner. And also when you apply parallel stream, right, that time also you need to apply the combiner. Okay, let me run this one. You see all the players. Okay, because I have added slash new, right, so that's why it was each player name concatenated in the new line. Okay, otherwise it will be in the same line only if I remove slash n. Okay, see, all the players are separated by space, and then each player names will be displayed here. Hardik Pandya, Mohammad Shami, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, all these players names. Okay, let me make For simplicity, we will make /n only. And so each player is cutted by new line. Okay, this is about the reduce with the custom types. That is all about the reduce with the wrapper types and custom types, along with the example on each type. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. For notifications, click on bell icon. I hope this session is useful for you. Follow me on Instagram, X and Facebook. See you in the next session with the new topic. Thank you.